Hey, this is Stephen Platinum, your friend in wrestling with Platinum versus NXT. This is from February 3rd, 2021. Now, NXT had a unique problem. AEW, once again, was creating a sort of pay-per-view-ish feel around an episode of Dynamite with matches that they had built up for quite a while, and a big surprise at the end in the form of Kenta showing up. NXT, I saw, and I note, very interestingly, went into the run over again by about 8 minutes, which they scheduled beforehand because I could see on the TV schedule. So they're going back to doing this run over in an attempt to sort of acknowledge that, okay, a lot of people are going to look at NXT or look at AEW, but we want them to catch the end of our thing. And that's exactly how I watched it. I watched Dynamite Live, and then I looked over at this run over, and they used the run over in a very effective manner, which is they had a very intense, wrestling heavy match between Timothy Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa against two members of the Undisputed Era, right? You had Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. So you had four of your top guys going at it. And the end of that match was really phenomenal stuff. And they're really putting over this Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Invitational. So NXT is doing what they can in a show that I will describe once again as very solid. But they were promoting heavily this appearance by Edge. So let's get into it, right? We're at the Capitol Wrestling Center, which is the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida, with Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez walking backstage, hyping the opener. Right. They enter the arena. We got Vic Joseph. We got Wade Barrett. We got Beth Phoenix. Good stuff. Let's get into it. By the way, Beth Phoenix's commentary is getting better and better. Wade Barrett, I think, does a phenomenal job. This might end up, if Beth Phoenix can pick it up some more, this might end up being my favorite commentary team in the WWE. Now, granted, they're being helped a lot because my former favorite commentary team is now having to sell ridiculous supernatural stuff, which is really exposing them. I suppose part of me shouldn't be able to blame them for that, but it is what it is. We got a women's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic semifinals match. We got Team Ninja versus Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. So Team Ninja is Kaden and Casey, who pulled off that ridiculous top rope move a couple of weeks ago. The match is good. The match is solid. Again, though, man, just having tag match after tag match, week after week, it does get a little... I do wonder, for people who aren't regular viewers tuning in, are they going to engage with this? I guess we'll see when ratings come out. So, at the end of the day, predictably, Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez win. So they're going to the finals. They're going to face the winners of Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart versus Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae at TakeOver. So Wade Barrett got his American citizenship, so they take a little time to congratulate him on that, which I think is a nice little touch. I think that's really nice. So we got Ashton backstage with Toni Storm, talking about the triple threat with Mercedes Martinez and Io Shirai at TakeOver. So we're building up a bunch of TakeOver matches, which is phenomenal. So we got Austin Theory and Johnny Gargano walking backstage, and we go to commercial. Fuck, I wish they would not do that shit. We got Edge talking with William Regal in the back. Not very big presentationally. We got Leon Ruff against Austin Theory. This match happens. Austin Theory wins. So, Leon Ruff push, is it over? You can never just say it, but I mean, he pinned him clean with his finisher. So, it appears that experiment may be done. We shall see. Theory stands tall. And then the music hits. The referee goes to raise his arm, but he snatches it back and yells at him. And then Theory grabs Ruff and delivers another ATL. Drama. And then Loomis shows up and locks his finisher, his submission on Theory. Loomis rips out some of his hair. That was a much more intense thing than I would have expected. I'm with it. So we get a video package about how dominant Legado del Fantasma is going to be. Santos says the future is bright and the end is near for Lucha House Party and Kurt Stallion. Back to commercial. So we get a vignette for the mysterious woman, the one that was in the Zili and Boa vignettes. Her name is Tian Sha. She is shown at the beginning of the vignette. So we get a woman narrating the story told about a family in ancient China. Tian Sha is apparently this woman. She's shown at the end of the vignette with Boa and Lee. She's supposed to be thousands of years old. Okay. All right. Asian mysticism. Yay. We get a men's tag team quarterfinals match, Lucha House Party against Legado del Fantasma. They get a commercial during the match. The match is what you would expect it to be, on and on, all that good stuff. Legado del Fantasma wins, which I think is the proper call. So we got the updated brackets. Legado del Fantasma is going to face MSK in the finals. MSK is out on the stage standing next to that really glorious, large, dusty classic trophy. I've not talked about that before. Boy, that trophy is something else. It really is great. Two teams stare each other down. La-di-da. So we see an SUV pulling up. Out come the NXT tag champs. Out comes Pete Dunne. They're going to go find Finn Balor. This excites Birch a lot. They enter the building. Commercial. Ciampa and Thatcher are walking backstage, warming up for the main event. That works for me. Here comes, the NXT tag champs and Pete Dunne out in the ring. La-di-da-di. They like to party. Balor proposes a takeover title match on Valentine's Day. Here comes Edge. Oh, boy. That's interesting. Edge takes the mic, says this feels good. I like what he says, right? He goes like, WWE, we put the focus on the E, but here at NXT, the focus is on the second W, and that's fun. NXT really, Edge really puts over NXT, says he's a fan. Really compliments Balor. He says no matter who wins the match at TakeOver, the NXT title is intriguing to him. And if he hasn't made his choice for WrestleMania 37 by TakeOver, then this fight might cause him to make his choice. It's intriguing. It's interesting. It seems really difficult to believe that Edge would be challenging for the NXT title, though, doesn't it? It is what it is. They've set a thing up. We got Ashton backstage with Johnny Gargano, who's the NXT North American champion. William Regal just informed her that he's going to be defending his title against Kushida. Gargano doesn't like her anymore. Gargano tells the cameraman to follow so he can watch her get fired. Amusing enough. They're back from the break. This was a nice segue to go into commercial and then come back. She's like, follow me. I'm going to go get her fired. And then they come back and they're actually sticking with it, which is nice. Hopefully NXT does more of that and less of people walking backstage as a segue. Johnny Gargano brings Lisa Ashton to William Regal's office, but Kushida opens the door. Gargano says, well, I'll come back. But then he attacks Kushida. Brawl breaks out. And then they get split up. Okay. Jesse Camilla against Tony Storm. I would assume Tony Storm is going to win this going away. But Martinez gets involved and Jesse Camilla wins by DQ. But that's not really the story. The story is here is they're setting up their big brawl. And I expect Io Shirai to show up. And indeed, Io Shirai comes down and watches. But then Shirai delivers a big moonsault to the floor. All right. Kurt Stallion talks about winning the NXT Cruiserweight title. And he's going to make everybody in Texas proud tonight. Somehow I doubt it. They have the match, him and Escobar. They get a commercial break. It goes on for a long time. Escobar wins. Yay. Thanks to, Legado del Fantasma, of course, helping. They're all celebrating. Scarlett watches from the platform. Karrion Kross comes walking down the ramp. There's going to be a confrontation. Wilde and Mendoza meet him at ringside. He boots Mendoza with the big boot and throws Wilde into the barrier. Have we already given up on the tarot card thing? Motherfuck. Why have we already given up on the tarot card thing? Undisputed Era is backstage. They walk off for the main event. Back from the break, Edge is backstage giving a fist bump to Bronson Reed before exiting. He asked if he's made his decision yet. Edge says even if he has, he wouldn't tell. Karrion Kross walks up and tells Edge he has a big decision to make soon, a decision he has to live with. I like this. Kross tells Edge to make the decision logically and not emotionally. The next NXT champion won't be Pete Dunne or Finn Balor. It'll be Kross taking back the title he never lost. He issues a warning to Edge. Edge says, you're motivating me to come back, and I don't think you're going to like that. Oh, I kind of like them setting up a thing with Kross. That's interesting. So more plugging of NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day on Valentine's Day. And now we have our main event. It's fucking great. You should watch it. Go out of your way to watch it. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly against Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa is fucking awesome. It's really good. The commentators do an exceptional job during this match, putting over the story of how Timothy Thatcher is willing to sacrifice himself to give Ciampa a chance to win it for the team, and he does. Really, really great. And they're going to face the grizzled young veterans next Wednesday to determine who goes to the finals. Really good stuff. So good show by NXT, but less of a kind of slam, bang, boom, pow show than Dynamite. So we'll see who comes out on top.